And good morning. All right. Let's get this set up. The video device is not doing so hot. Let me see if I can give it a little kick. All right, there we go. Going with crazy hair today. All right. Just gonna pour some water. Get ready to go. I don't have any more bottled water. I need to pick some more up. My office doesn't have any services like that. Services like plumbing. I don't know about this music. Okay. Where to? Last stream, we got a number of emotes. That was good. We were debugging. And trying to figure out if oh, hold on, I don't even have my other chat window up. Okay, there we go. I was trying to figure out what the consequences are of these external emoticons that are specific to you going into the front end. It does mean if somebody else uses one, it will show up. For that channel. So if you've joined a channel, you have an emote specific to you. So we might need to have that information. In this case, we are adding an emoticon by name. Oh dear. I do remember that. Oh, hold on, we gotta bump that up. Ooh, exciting. Improper C-type definitions. Okay. Register go to. And then you have this map. Okay. And when you go to register go to, you give it a name, right? Okay, got it. The callee be use size. Pop the callee. So you're putting the register of the caller into this value. I've never used Rust assembly. So what does pop callee do here? Because callee is not not initialized. I don't know where the 136 comes from. Just decompiled and saw that it did some offset. So you had to compensate for that. It pops the value from the stack into the variable callie. Okay, and then you push callie onto the stack. You're just maintaining the stack. Got it. Okay. RSP, that's stack position? Something stack position? Register stack, okay. Then callie out, reg, callie. Interesting. And this is needed? Even though you've basically popped and pushed callie. To map lock, okay. Sturwilt, thank you for that follow and welcome. Go to map lock, unlock, insert. So you got the name, which was passed in, and then the address of whomever called. Oh, interesting. So out of curiosity, when you register a goto, you're doing that from a function, right? So let's say I have some cool function that's being called. Would it then, when we jump to that stack position later, also then call to register goto from that stack? Or because you're registering from a function, so then later you jump to the function that registers itself. The callie in the assembly just references the register you aliased as callie. Oh, okay. Okay. That associates the U size with the register. Gotcha. It reads a return address. That's what the pop does. Okay. Well, not the... So I wasn't thinking it was the register... Excuse me, the address of register goto, but some other function that might be calling it. So if you had, you know, I don't know, some animal simulator like a dog bark, right? And then you register goto inside of that. This would be the address for dog bark, right? Then later, if you call or you jump to dog bark will then eventually call register goto again. Called via a call, okay. No. Hence the inline never, yep. Just so we always get called and never inlined. Huh. Interesting. I've wanted to play with the assembly pieces, but I've just never had kind of a proper reason to. That looks fun. It really does look fun. I could see doing stuff like that with, like, what was it, MUN, Moon, Lang. This looks fun. It's just a hint, but the CPU features crate uses it for a soundness fix. Oh, wow. Oof. Sounds like a pretty strong hint. Moonlaying seems pretty cool. I thought, you know, this would be like a fun thing to play around with. They did release ODOT 4 in December. I didn't really look at it. Oh, because of an LLVM bug. I see. Oh, they added dynamically sized arrays. Okay. Not only brings arrays to moon, lays the groundwork for a plethora of language features that require indirect type and recursion. Wow, lots of rewriting. 111 pull requests made by 5 of our community contributors and our 2 core team members and Dependabot. That's always... It always seems to be a big contributor, right? Dynamically sized arrays. Okay. Wait, the functionality is still very basic as you cannot resize arrays, but these are... Okay. You can only get, set, and replace array elements. Okay, I see. You like the clobbered register? They got spurious seg faults on their CI. When investigating it, turned out that it seg faulted on a mem move. Oh wow. Ooh. Qualified function identifications. Oh, that's nice. Struct API for Rust. Interesting. Okay. iOS support. Huh. An ECS. That's surprising. That's really surprising to me that a language would have support for runtime usage in entities in oh my goodness, speaking is so hard today. Is it Friday yet? Hey, Xenocron. Morning. Let's see what's next. TikTok release cycle. Development of a talk release. Focuses on improving existing features. New features. I see. So it's kind of fixing and then features. Got it. Semi-annual release schedule? Whoa. As such, we are not giving an estimated release date for Moon 5, but we can say that it will introduce impl blocks for functions and will be upgrading to LLVM 16. Wow. Well, exciting. All right. Yeah, I was thinking that this might just be like a chat day, but goodness, I really don't mind if this was to be a chat day. I wouldn't mind. Did some running yesterday. That's all right. Found the comment by someone from the Rust Crypto team about the CPU features. Ooh. CPU ID intrinsics in standard are somewhat broken. Oh, interesting. Allows one register to be used for both outputs. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Minimize that one. Keeps getting in the way. All right. Much better. If you check the associated rust ratio, you can see that line seg faulted, which was really funny to see. I didn't see an associated issue. Did I miss something? Oh, here. It's compiled into obviously incorrect assembly. Goodness. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Is it? Must be fixed, right? It's not fixed? Huh. Oh, it's an LLVM bug, right? Still open. Got it. So what's going to happen? Work around it, but what's the plan? See? They changed the impel of the assembly block, though, to mitigate the issue. I see. They being the Rust team or the LLVM team? The Rust team? Okay. It was a block in the CPU ID intrinsics of the compiler. Now, hold on. You say it was fixed. I didn't see it fixed on Godbolt. And if we click through here, it seemed like the same output existed for all versions of Rust so far. All right. Go to 66. It's the same registers. Nightly, same. Is it yet to be released? I'd expect nightly. Or maybe I'm using Godbolt wrong. I guess that's always a possibility. But for the external emoticons, I'm considering that we don't put the Twitch ones in there. Ooh, I don't know about that. I want the consistency. In September. Okay. And this is already committed. So why was the if you copy the new assembly block, it should produce the correct assembly. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. Got it. Oh. Okay. x86-64 or just use this one. That's right. That's right. That, and I did not. Let's see. T1. Yeah, we'd have to map those, but no. I believe it. Believe it's fixed. We're gonna reel it in. Coming back. All right. All right. We need to get our heads wrapped around some gorgeous emoticons. Yeah. Whoa, man. I forgot my hat today. It's a little chilly in here. So. Do I have a background in this stuff? I have a fascination with assembly. So, okay, basic assembly I'm okay with. Like, I'm on a scale of like 1 to 10, I'm like a 2. Right? I can recognize what certain instructions do. I understand enough about stack, heap, you know. But really, I'm not, dare I say, good at it. Like, I'm just like maybe a 2. 2 out of 10 on assembly stuff. I used to play around with like, what was it? Was it Phasm? The flat assembler? Like, this one's cool. I was so bummed. I don't know if they ever got this working on OS 10. Oh, look at that. V-Bulletin. Man, it's been a while since I've run into a V-Bulletin board. But if we go into... See, it's actually considered a Unix here. It's been a while, but goodness, I still remember this. March 2006. Yeah, this is like dead. Oh, they got recent posts. 2022. Look at that. Okay, it's not so dead. Yeah, and that I think is really fun. It'd be fun to use, but given that there's these assembly instructions in Rust now, I'm much more likely to use that as opposed to Phasm, the flat assembler. Yeah. All right. You learned some of your assembly from emulator development? Oh, interesting. Anything that's not a Z80 scares you. Right. Yeah, you get up into like modern CPU architecture and that there is crazy stuff out there, right? It's all lies. Oh, this was, yeah. So where are we going today? Got kind of warmed up. The voice still feels a little off. Yeah, booting the CPU. Absolutely. LLVM just casually dropping vector instructions to store all the bits in the CPU. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. This is where we're storing all of our external emoticons. Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, this is used for. Oh, we could have a more complicated type than strings here. Ooh, yes, XMM0. Yes. Delvoid, welcome. How was your stream? Welcome, Raiders. We are in the process of just... Oh my goodness, what are we doing? We're talking about assembly instructions and rust bugs. I hope you had a good stream. Happy Thursday. But eventually we will be working on this chat thing here. Fixed some bugs and tried some rust. Oh, goody. Very nice. You just saw move up to XMM0. You wanted to go back to your comfy 8-bit CPUs without that arcane magic. Someday. Let's use square wavy for me. No, that's too light. We'll see on this one. So, oh goodness, what? So, Delvoid, what is your project? Yeah, if you don't have to run off. All right. So, you'll also love seeing LEA used for basic arithmetic. Oh, no. All right. So, to kind of reboot things, we are loading emoticons from Twitch. All right, a bunch of emoticon information so that we can start to craft messages and have them parsed by our little chat client thing. Twitch doesn't give us an echo. So when we send a message, we either have to add it ourselves or craft a Twitch-like message and inject it into our the stream that we're getting from Twitch. So this is what we're getting right now. So if we did something like a cat kiss, right? And even with those little funky rendering artifacts, it still looks pretty good. Right. But if we did this here with press, oh, I did that wrong. Press, like that, we don't get my stuff, right? Like my messages here. Only if I enter the chat in a different place, right? As long as it's not coming from this client, I see it. Currently working on a project called Clipbot. Takes your Twitch clips, allows you to post them to. Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Just surprised we got these so in sync. That surprises me. That's so useful. So what we're trying to do is get it so you can craft a message here, get an echo back, right, with all of the Twitch emoticons, etc., managed in. You were looking in your stream a few weeks ago. Did you migrate to Postgres for the upsert? What we're using before Postgres? Got it. I don't know who Roxcodes is. Nice. It must be nice to have a stream where you have like clippable content, right? You did. Nice. Also went live without breaking everything, which shocked you. Ooh. Ah, nice. I think we need to start from the other side of this chaos here. So when we go to create a message, Twitch, it's going to be in twitch.rs. Here's where we send a message. So we also need to dispatch a message that appears as though it was received from Twitch, which is what here. No, I think we also had some guidance from Musin, who had also been working on something very, very similar. Let's see, where is it? Or as much as I want to build this out, this is not all that, like the most interesting piece, so I want to kind of go through it quickly. That one. What were we looking at there? I don't remember. You're starving. Gonna grab some food. All right. Take care, Delvoid. Enjoy. Oh, they're taking the truck. All right. I think I've lost what I needed in the tabs somewhere. I just have like random new tabs. Start to close some of these documentation pieces, but we looked at that. Okay. Yep. Well, let's just craft it ourselves. What does it look like? Dun, dun, dun. So we need to know what a message looks like. So this was a message from Delvoid. What do we have? We've got a private message. We have raw. I guess we could just inject raw, couldn't we? Because Yeah, if we can create raw, then all we have to do is give it to the deserializer for these messages. Or the parser, rather. What's it called? It's called... Oh, the decoder. Okay. And back down here, I think if we just give this to the decoder, it will give us... No, wrong one. This one. What we need. That does mean that we need the rest of the state for this. So we need the rest of my information, right? Because I'm sending the message. So maybe this wasn't the best example, because I might have more information. Room ID, returning chatter, mod. We probably don't have to provide all of it. Yep. It's like HTTP, right? And all of those fun things way back when you needed 2 characters. It's a line. So funny, right? CRLF goes back to mechanical devices. This carriage return brings the printhead all the way back. The line feed rotates the drum, or pushes the paper up. So I guess it makes sense for IRC, right? Okay, let's try this. And so first, let's get something really basic working, and then we'll do a little bit extra. Okay. Now we could try... I was thinking we could try to get that pushed into this parse stream here, but I think that's a bad idea. Let's see if we can get the Twitch decoder, which maybe I can just create a new one for this. Because right now our decoder is here. And that's... See, where does it live? Run inner. Decoder. And decoder goes over here. Yes. I don't want to mess up the state for that. So let's just have a second one. Basically, we just give it a new thing. We could probably use... Oh goodness, just a buffer with a cursor. I still love how the H3 folks build their own specialized ad hoc TCP on top of UDP because the internet is horrible. Yes. Yes. But some of that does look exciting, right? Okay, so we're just going to create a new Twitch decoder. I wonder how cheap these are to build. Wait, is this is the async decoder, isn't it? It is. I want the other one, don't I? Here's async encoder, async decoder. So we're wrapping these types. Oh, right, because we had to split the pieces on this. Okay. What else do we have in here? We have a decoder? We do. Okay, it'll... We can produce a raw, give it to the decoder, and be done. That might be a little too heavy, though. What about... What if... Hold on. There might be another entry point here. Go look at Twitch chat. What do we have? So we have messages. Oh, interesting. Just give it some input. I believe this is more like what we're using. Interested whether there are use cases for Quick outside of HTTP 3. How interesting. It's huge. At least it's HTML and not raw text, right? Okay, so I want to see this parse function. Twitch chat, IRC, parse, Twitch chat, modules, IRC. The parse one message. Okay. We really just barely moved into Web 1.0 with RFCs. Sad but true, right? Like, what would you want on top of that, though? I don't know that I want anything more than Web 1.0, right? Links, great. Right? Maybe some nice formatting, easier to read, right? I don't know that I want, like, ads that you have to scroll past, right? That funky ad that shows up in the middle of the page piece. Ugh. We're using movies just to animate something on the page. SVG diagrams. That could be nice. That, yes. Huh. Alright. That could be really nice. Alright, let's see if we can get that message. Twitch chat, IRC, parse one. We're going to give it a message. Now, goodness, what? It's going to look something like this, right? I'm just going to copy paste this. Copy pasta. Everything's going to look like this one. Oh goodness, there's a lot of information in here. Badge info badges, client nonce. Color. I wonder what they use client nonce for. That's my client, right? Interesting. In case I needed to do something with the message? Maybe. I wonder what that's for. Color. All right. How much of this do we not need? So we have an at, badge info badges, okay. Separated by semicolons. It looks like basically URI parameters. So there to there. Okay. I wonder if that's required. Is it required that we have something in there? Oh, maybe room ID. We'll want room ID. Because I'm sending the message. What do I need in there? We'll probably need color. Right, badges. Probably that. We don't need client nonce because basically the server has to generate that. Display name we will need. Emotes. Yes, we'll need emotes. First message. Nope, we don't need that. Flags. Not sure on that. Let's get rid of that. ID of the message, also provided by Twitch. Mod. It's more like badges, right? Returning chatter. I don't think we care. Room ID. Subscriber TMI sent. Timestamp. Yeah, we can get rid of the timestamp. Turbo user ID. Okay, I'll need my own user ID and user type. All right, then this would be like Mr. Halsey, if I could spell that right. We could put our actual message here. Oh, we have to escape it. Ugh. Oh, and it wants to borrow this. Okay, that means that all of this needs to get extracted into a variable. Let's call that Twitch message, raw message. Rename this one to be a private message. What do we get out of this? Let result equals that, or result. Yeah. That will get the all the info. Okay. Hey, Codafan, how you doing? Yeah, what is a client nonce? I want to know that too. Okay. Oh, nope, nope. We just want that like so. Okay. But now we also want to basically take that a little bit further and dispatch the IRC message. And what is that? IRC message. And what is message? It's a private message. Okay. So with the crate, IRC parse 1. Brooke! Happy Thursday. Raiding with a party of 35. Welcome, everyone. We are currently working on this little chat client for Twitch. It's called Natter. And right now we are trying to get messages that we send showing up in the client. Because this version right here doesn't have a little send box, like a send message box. That's what we're working on. We're adding that. Welcome, fellow rest stations. How are you? How's your stream? What's your project? You have snuck in with a raid again. Diablo D3. Welcome back. They want, oh, like what is the purpose of that? We see it in the data. Like if they don't want people to know, they shouldn't tell us. Shouldn't give it to us. I guess it kind of sucks that like the Twitch IRC stuff is kind of just plain wide open. Right? So when you add something that you need, like Twitch needs, they can't tell us what it is. Stream was good. Been working on a U component library. Ooh. Yeah, we know what a nonce is, but why they provide us with a client nonce. So on every single one of these messages, there appear to be a nonce. But why? Why include a client nonce? Yeah. Do you have to send it with something? It's just strange because we see the nonces, but there doesn't seem to be any purpose to them. So here, I copy and pasted basically what we see. Where is it? Here. Okay. And inside of here, this is a message that Delvoid sent us before he had to run off. And there is a client nonce in here. Where is it? Flags, ID, returning ID, chat. Oh, here it is. Client nonce. So this is on the messages, but there doesn't seem to be a purpose for it. Yeah, but where, right? Like there's... Are we supposed to give it to an API for like banning people? Is it in the Helix APIs? Or like deleting messages? Because you can delete messages without that, I think. So in the Twitch API, yeah, but that's the idea, right? We don't know what the nonce is for. Client nonce. Nothing on this. You mean really no purpose since it's unencrypted traffic? Yeah. I wonder, does what's that? Does the anonymous client get those? Maybe they only provide it if you're connected via TLS. I wonder if the JSON TV 1234 client doesn't get that. So basically we're trying to create these messages, right? If we run the app, what do we see? Oh, that, and we're not dispatching any messages yet. So we need to do that. So right now we can log in. All right. We can send a message. right? But we can't see it, right? In the little box over there, right there. Many people use the chat to control things on their computer, so the nonce is important for those. Interesting. It's not. Otherwise, someone could send messages from another system pretending to be logged in to Twitch to send the message. Huh. Interesting, Brooke. Yeah, I don't get it. Someone could send message from another system pretending to be logged into Twitch. Yeah, you could toss it on there because they're right, they have to be unique per message, right? It's a nonce. It's so strange. Okay, let's try to dispatch the message. Yeah, but IRC is a little weird in that you get unencrypted traffic, right? Like you can connect at Twitch IRC with like in like no TLS, no encryption, and so it's all just wide out there. So yeah, you get the sniffing attacks, ARP spoofing. I was gonna say ARP smoofing, but I have no idea what that would be. All right, let's something. No, that's a Christmas one. No. Huh. We'll see where this one goes. So client begins communications, gives nonce to the server, then receives it back from the server later. But I received it for Delvoid's message. Right, this is Delvoid's message. Oh, so you're saying that my client sent it to them and I got it back for Delvoid's message. Interesting. Yeah, nonces aren't part of the IRC spec. Pretending to be the Twitch server. I mean, that's only if you had a distributed, like, proper IRC system, right? But if somebody was concerned, they would just initial request for messages didn't go through IRC. Oh, interesting. But it does go through over IRC. It's all the same channel. Yeah. And that's what we're doing here. This is just connected to a raw TLS. So basically what we do is we set up a TCP stream with TLS, so we connect directly to Twitch. And then it's just decode and encode packets with them. But I don't think we do anything. I don't think there's a place where we say this is our nonce. But it's interesting, you know? And right now we're trying to figure out how to craft a message that looks like it came from IRC so that it'll show up in the bot, because IRC doesn't echo your message. Oh, you did a WebSocket once using something else. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's fascinating. Huh. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Diablo. Like what if there's just a gateway and you could have Twitch kind of proxied into another like IRC system. I mean, they would have to set that up, right? Because it's the IRC servers that communicate with each other. You can't just have one just join all the rooms, right? Well, thank you again for the raid, Brooke. Yeah, take care. Have a great Thursday at work. All right. What do we get back from this parse one? A result, the U size. What is the U size? So index returns the index of the next message. 0 for a single message. Okay. And the parsed message. So we're expecting it to return 0 and the IRC message. Okay. That's a tuple. We'll get the IRC message. You basically need to ensure authenticity here, yeah. ECDH won't work since you can't know who you're speaking to. Oh, that's the key exchange, right? And I wanted to check on something. Test. I wanted to get my... Whoa. Why did we get that again? Do I get user state whenever I send a message? Test. What? No. We're doing a user state fetch each time I send a message. Okay, we will need to filter that. That's surprising. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's also look at this. Parse one, parse. Chat here. So we get the IRC message, so we parse it, get IRC message, and that should be the type of message because we are crafting it. Going to remove the unwrap on the expect. We will expect that our messages are parsable. No, I don't like that. Just, we'll handle the result because something might come through that we're not expecting. Oh, that's a result, yes. Want to match on that? Or just return the error? That's part of the message piece, not the command. Okay. And this should be RC message. Okay, now let's just close that for a moment. We need a dispatch message. And in this case, this is I'm going to say private message. We already have one. Funny and goofy how Twitch basically allows people to expose a user access token via an unencrypted tunnel to all adversaries in your network. But at least you can talk to my friends on Twitch over my old MS-DOS computer. Okay. Now, something that's bugging me though is that we appear to be getting user state for every message I send. Hey Yash, doing all right. Doing all right. Hanging in there. It's been a fun stream so far. Kind of fell into the pit of assembly for a little bit. That was exciting. Let's log in. Okay. Test. Oh, tags RX should exist. Okay. Twitch message 88. That's interesting. Why in source Twitch message? Ooh, okay. So we need ID, user ID. We need these other things for the rest of our code. ID, user ID. Oh, but we don't have an ID on this private message. I guess we could generate one. Frenzy is called Chapter 10. It is. It is Chapter 10. Yep. That's a reference to the book, the Rust programming language book. Chapter 10. Forgot all about that. We set that up so long ago. Is it supposed to look like a little lifetime? You got the ampersand and tick A. All right, so ID. We need ID on these, and then user ID. Lifetimes. All about joke. Ooh. All right, epic blarg. Programmer. Noun. An individual who is able to identify the cause of a bug by staring at a pile of gibberish output. Thank you. Yes. We're missing ID on here. Badge info, blah blah blah. What is the ID used for? If we look at private message, right? ID. There's message ID, then there's user ID. This must be the message ID. No, that's not it. Should just be ID. Because in... Let's close the others. Which message? We're just getting the tags, the ID from the tags. Huh, interesting. Hell, good joke. Let's say. I was dressed up as an UDP pack for the Halloween, but I didn't think anyone got it, but I couldn't tell. Not even Togglebit. Nobody truly understands lifetimes, not even Togglebit. They're not that hard. Right? It's basically tracking ownership. Right? It's an extension of ownership. It's like that cork board, right? So imagine all those like detective shows where they have that little cork board and they start to pin things and have that red thread going from like place to place, right? So like one place is the owner, right? And then you have all the users of these things. And the owner has to live for as long as that thread is outstanding. So I've got a programmer knock knock joke. You ready? Knock knock, race condition. And that's it. That's the end of the joke. That's, yeah. Everybody can use that today, right? Just toss that one out there in some Zoom meeting. You're sure the redemption was for a good joke? All right. So I could just toss an ID on there, right? Like ID. Where's our tags? These are all tags. ID equals 0. Like, is it going to care? It might, right? If somebody else deletes the message, I won't be able to tell. Huh. Like if I put a bad message out there and then I go and I delete it, it won't be able to tell me that I deleted the message. I'd have to delete the message from the, that's a mess. Because we don't know what the message ID is. Recursive knock knock. Nice. And see, like this lifetime here is saying that state lives for as long as message does, like for as long or longer. So in this case, state lives for at least as long as message. User ID? Yeah, we can do that. It's this one that gets me. I think I'll just give it an ID of 0, because that's unlikely. Okay. And then let's just make sure we get the other ones. User ID. Yeah, I didn't... That's not my user ID. My user ID is over here. So just for giggles, right? We're going to use that. That's not correct. Okay. I don't think that's no. That's from here. Okay. That one's tough to get going. Like in chat, it makes sense, but if you were to say that to a programmer, like "Who's there?" and they do knock knock, and you say race condition, that'd be a home run, and it'd be hard to pull off. I guess you could kind of take over somebody else's knock knock joke, right? Somebody comes up to you and says knock knock, and you say race condition, then it becomes your programmer humor kind of knock knock joke, right? That could be a... But then you have to explain it to the poor soul that you've just pulled into programmer hell. Oh, you can also do good ones. Like, good ones aren't... No, they're not off. Okay, we have user ID. Let's see. Basically, I want this to live long enough to see whether or not we get a user state for every message we send. Okay, that's all that stuff. Test. Oh, it died again. What? 88 this time. Does it not have an ID is 0? Tags get ID. What? Tags. Function tags. Is that not the right spot to put a user ID? Or the regular ID? Let's see. Let's run that again and just toss a message in to one of the other connections. That's 2. User ID. Here's ID. Yeah, this seems like it feels like that's what I did, right? I didn't toss badge info in. ID is right there. Did I Is that malformed? Add ID. Badge info. Badges. Does it not like ID 0? Strange. Guess it could be a string. Oh, I should plug in my phone. It's gonna die. Okay. So if we just say, it's a sent message. Test. Oh, okay, that worked. ID is now sent message. Fascinating. Okay, and then we received user state again. Do we receive user state after every single message? Okay, let's go to the bottom. Foobar. Oh my goodness. I don't think I was scrolled down. But let's try that again. Foobar. Okay, we do. Wow. Okay, so we need to generate some UUID. Because the front end needs to have a different ID. Can't just say that. Why do we get a user state after every message? Oh, that's crazy. That we send. Does it tell us that we sent a message? Why not just send this when it changes? Wonder if I've done something wrong. That's what's going through my head here. Like, is my message sending triggering something that causes this? I don't know. And thank you for the follow. Scenesprog, thank you. And GMP God. What is that? IP Sav? Thank you. Yeah, what? So this here is triggering us to fetch these again. So we probably need to know which emote sets we've already fetched. I wonder if emote sets kind of update. How would we know that they updated? That's a tough one. Okay, so first off, we need a UUID. All right, let's stay on target here. Do we have a UUID crate already pulled in? Cargo, tree. Directory, CD source, we're in Tauri. Okay. We're going to add UID. Do we have to give it a feature version? We might. Just want a new one. What's this do? Parse UUIDs at compile time. Fascinating, but no. Let's go look at the docs real quick. Generate one. What was it? Colon UUID colon new v4. Actually, what else was there? As braced as So let's put that there. Message UUID. All right, so we have that. Now, the rest of this actually needs to come from some sort of state that we manage, right? We need to keep track of the user state so that we can fill this information in. I wonder. It's too far. Okay. Let's at least see that this runs and we get different messages in the chat log. Because now that our IDs are different, they should be able to get different entries up here. Test. Test 2. Oh, look at that. Test 3. Okay. Getting closer. Color's wrong, all that. That's fine. What bothers me is that we're still fetching all of these emotes each time. Each time I receive a message, I send a message. Do they expect that? Okay, look. User state. Twitch IRC server sends this message after the bot joins a channel or sends a private message. Okay. Following example shows the message that Twitch IRC sent. Okay, so they are intending to send this after a private message. Let's learn more. Channel. Adding tags in the user state. As you can see from the example, user state message on its own is not very useful. Okay, we can get tags. And some of the tags, we're asking for all the tags. We want all the tags. So, let's look at the tags. Okay. Kipla, thank you for the follow. Now, how do we... So we're going to get those tags every single time. And it seems like we've asked for it. Just because we've asked for all of the tags. We can't just say we only want these tags sometimes, so we need to manage that. We need to manage getting these tags over and over and over again. Now, if we go back to our code, what do we get? We're going to send a message, we're going to get user state. We need to detect if that user state actually changes. I wonder how similar they are. So if I remove, let's say, where were those other messages coming from? These. Oh, it's a debug message. Adding emoticon. Here. Let's comment that out. No, don't do that. Just run it one more time. I want to see if the user state pieces change much. That's a little too bright this morning. Okay. Let's log in. Authorize. Okay. Hello, he says. Then we get user state. Great. Goodbye. Alright, now we get user state again. These should be nearly identical. First one. Let's go back to Twitch. Toss this at the bottom. And the next one. There we go. Okay. So we have those, but now we need to compare them. This all looks the same. But the message ID is different, and that's expected. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. So we could either detect that it's changed and dispatch it, or deal with it elsewhere. We could just keep dispatching it, right? Right now we're saying, okay, we got an emote set, we got an emote set, we got an emote set. So we're fetching them over and over and over. So we could either say like, this has changed, yes or no, or we could guard it downstream. I wonder what happens if somebody changes like an emote or something. Like if an emote set changes. Let's just guard this downstream, because our emote sets should be independent. Did those all just show up, or was that just a rendering glitch? That was strange. Okay. That out. Now, where do we handle that? Emote sets. Here. So we get the emote set. We then fetch the emotes, right? We need to filter these and remember which ones we've already fetched. And it would do this on every message. need some sort of state store. That could be like our current emote sets. What else could we do? Oh, let's do that. Okay. Add some state. On default on this. Loaded emote sets. IDs. Vector of strings. Or should it be more of a hash map? Because we'll have to tell the difference between these. Because if later we get one that doesn't exist, we'll need to know. Is there a nice utility function on a set or an iterator? I do not expect these to be large. Partition, we could partition them. A hash set. Don't really want the union of them, right? Without duplicates, okay. I want the opposite. Difference, there it is. So let's go with a hash set. Oh, but what if the set gets smaller, right? The user state. If the user state is telling us that, you know, it's gotten smaller, then we will still we'll still fetch it, and it'll be one that we have forever. So we can't do that. We need to know which ones are being added and which ones are being removed. Ooh, what about removing them? Do we ever remove them? Like if somebody's subscription expires or something, I guess, but do we really care? I mean, for this app? Okay. Let's just go with a vector for now. And this should be a small enough list, so it should fit nicely in CPU cache. It'll be quick to go over. Okay. We need to ask the system to manage that state, though. Manage. Loaded emoticon set. Default. So now we have that. But we need to also protect that, don't we? Need a mutex around it. Okay. That's managed. So now we can ask for that here. We have loaded emote sets. Now we can add to it. How do we want to do that? Iterate over the ones that we have here. Build up another collection of ones that we don't have already added, or ones that we're adding to it. Let's do that. Let's figure out which ones we need to add and then go fetch those. You can go up there. Event.IDs. IDs are cows. Interesting. Or ID in event.IDs. And then, because we could either mutate the event, which I don't think we should do. But I was thinking, you know, we'll just, if it's already in there, we'll just remove it from the list and just pass the list on, right? But I don't think I want to do that because the event should not be mutated, right? That's kind of bad form. So we'll just say new IDs, and that can be some vector, right? Yeah, we'll get to the type info on that. So if we have new IDs, need to figure out which ones they are. Loaded emote sets. Dot. If you, I guess we could try to insert, right? Now that'll give us, that won't tell us if it's new. Has? Oh, wait, no. I need to lock that first, don't I? We need the data dot, is it IDs? What was it? Loaded emote sets to IDs. Why does it not like that? Field IDs. Oh, it's private. Okay. And this is just state, so we can just toss it in there. It needs to know what the so the way that Tauri manages its state is by different types. Right? So it uses the type info to basically store your information into a very unique place in memory. So you ask for this type, it gives you that type back, if it's in there. So in this case, we've asked for, you know, that type. We've already put a default instance in memory. We will lock on that. This needs to be immutable. Okay. So we can lock on that. Now we get mutex guard, right? Oops. Loaded IDs. Okay. If loaded IDs dot contains whatever the new ID is, ID, then we don't do anything with it. So if it doesn't contain it, then we add it to the new IDs. And we pass a reference in because the emote set's here. Yeah, it just wants an iterator to stir. Oh, that's nice. Okay. As ref. Okay. Mismatch types. Interesting. Why does it expect loaded IDs? Yeah, because string and stir are different. Interesting. Hey, coffee blows my mind. We're using a theme called Challenger Deep. And I mean, we can't really deref out of that. It wants the string. Huh. Oh, I'll type it out. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. You are very welcome. My pleasure. Well, this is interesting. What do we do with this? Loaded IDs. So loaded IDs needs to contain strings, right? It needs to own those variables, those values. But when we go to check to see if it has something already, we need to allocate a string just to check? I don't like that. These things are basically the same. But here we have strings and contains. And that's for example, string implements partial stir. You can use iter.any. Oh, interesting. Ooh. Okay. Let's try that. ID. Rust was built on top of C++. Fascinating. If not that, okay. As ref. And now the ID, yes, the ID doesn't live long enough. I get that. So the creator of C++. And it's their opinion, right? Everybody's allowed an opinion. We want to allocate for that. I guess we wouldn't do this very often, only if it ever changed. I like to owned better here, but I think Clippy will yell at me. But that's my intent, is to own it. There we go. Borrow of moved value. Yes, we did move that. That's okay. You know what? I wonder... Like, we could have avoided that if... Okay, we're going to just play around with the language here for a moment. Right, instead of allocating here, when we take this ID, which I think is, yeah, it's a cow stir, right? We could just move the cow into the new array if we do an into iter here, and that moves across, yes. So now we're not taking a reference to it, we own it at this point, so it's no longer a reference. Passing it in. Avoid that allocation. That sweet, sweet allocation. The NSA and NIST labeled C++ as an unsafe language and said that it should not be used for safety critical projects. Oh, fancy. That's funny. In general, the sentiment is that C++ is really not suited for that sort of stuff. It gets better. NASA forbid it at all on mission critical systems. Interesting. And they have a guide on how to decode C. No runtime Alex. No significant features. Features removed due to unsafety. Wow. I could kind of get that with C, right? That's like you're playing in a very constrained sandbox at that point. Yeah, I stopped following C++ after I got into Rust. And I did like C++. Like, learning C++ was a lot of fun. And I thought, like, as soon as you got to C++ like 17, it became much easier for people to learn, right? Was it auto type and the type inference got really good. That was neat. Move semantics, pretty cool. Oh, and here this just needs to be new IDs. And what is this? This one's stir. Oh, we still need yes. The asref. Because we're cows, I forgot that it got... It is more concise to loop over containers instead of using explicit iteration methods. For further... Okay. Well, fine. We'll take a look at what this is suggesting. Okay. How do we get that error? Okay, here. But if we did that, it wouldn't work. Oh, it does work. Huh. Did I have an iter there before? I must have. I must have had an iter. No, that still works. Why does that work? What was breaking before? Okay, and then we just have this here for the lock. So we can do this work, get rid of the lock when we go and do this other stuff. That's what I was thinking the same thing, but I'm not sure why it didn't work before. There must have been some other nuance I didn't see that we've changed since. Oh, that's funny. I saw people talking about that, using all caps. Like it's some acronym, like NASA or something. Like it's just named after mold, right? Yeah, we got Automod on it, but that's really not to... I don't know why. Maybe it's just because, you know. Alright, so this seems to be reasonable. So let's run this again. And... oh, where was it? We were also loading these messages and stuff. See, I was trying to find... Wait, go back. It was right there in the search history. There it is. Here, let's... I want to see that. I want to see that it's not doing that so often. Okay, so now we should see it load a bunch of information. We send once. If we send again, oh look, it does it again. Our logic is broken. Okay. Test. Why is that still doing it? Okay, we must have some bug here. Okay. So as we loop through, if it's not in loaded IDs, test if any element of the iterator matches a predicate. Any short-circuiting. Okay. As soon as it finds... oh. A true. Okay, so we definitely want this to search for true. Then we negate it out here because it short circuits. Got it. Yeah, that wrote Diablo Miner, the most popular GPU era miner. Oh, I never got into crypto. Right? Crypto for me was, it was like a penny. If you dropped it, like you lost your wallet, you couldn't pick it up again. Right? And that just, that means that like basically, it will entropy into everybody is lost their wallets. That's a horrible state. It may entropy into that, yeah. Why didn't this work? We got new IDs, no IDs. Here we're pushing. Oh, we didn't add it into the loaded set. Loaded IDs dot insert, right? Oh, push. We're not using a set, are we? No, that's a vector. And in this case, it's going to ID dot to owned. And that has to go first because otherwise it... Okay, we missed that before. Type mismatch. Expected string, cow. Oh. I thought cow would give us into owned, which we don't want. We basically want as ref dot to owned. So we get this stir. Loaded IDs as mute. Oh, it's not mutable. Bitcoin allows up to 8 digits below the decimal. Not designed to replace day-to-day transactions. Replace one of the boring ACH part of the system. Interesting. Paying rent, people. Now, isn't it? It's like much faster. Like when I lived in England, their banking system is just much faster than our banking system in the States. And I wonder, like, couldn't they just improve the banking system? Like, it's all digital. Why three business day transactions, right? Like that. It doesn't make sense. Across EU system, not versus just the UK. Could you expand on that? I don't follow. What do you mean? Are you like comparing like states versus like the countries in the EU? The Fed is huh. Okay, this should work now. Let's try it. UK has its own internal system, right? Directly connect physically at Canary Wharf. Okay, we loaded a bunch. Oh, and... oh, fancy. And across countries. It's like sending across states here. I see. Oh, test 2. Okay. What's going on here? Missing field data. I would love stack trace. How do we enforce stack traces? Even with Italy, a regular wire transfer is 3 days. Yeah, it seems like it could be much quicker in the States. Oh. Yeah. Like $20 a percent. Plus a percent of the amount. That's robbery. Yeah. Okay, so we fixed that problem with that loading. Now we just have some other parse error. What's going on with the parse error? There we go. Try again. There. Now we're getting them. Okay. Now we know where this one happened. If we were to care. Okay, let's go look at the one that we want to care about here. It's this one. Whoa. All right. Missing field data. Yes, where are we trying to parse this data? Okay, getting closer. Fetch helix. Yep. Emote set. Oh, look at that. Here. So it's missing data? Really? Hold on, let's see. Twitch emote set. That doesn't have data, so it must be inside of Fetch Helix. So Helix doesn't have data for that endpoint? I thought all of them had that. What? It literally involves somebody picking up a phone and vouching for your account at the bank. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. Okay. I had no idea it was so, like, archaic, even. Yeah, so Fetch Helix, where were we? We were here. We're trying to get the chat emotes set. API. Twitch. API. Here. Response body. Data. There it is. Oh, is it because there was no response? Like, did we not send any emotes? Any IDs? Here, this is easier. I could see that because basically if the set's empty, we're still making the call, which probably results in them. Yeah, we just shouldn't make the call. I think that's what's happening here. I appreciate that banks don't trust each other. I appreciate that. So do test. Yeah, okay, it was empty. That's all that's going on. Perfect. I think that's a great crash. It's expected. Let's go back to main. If new IDs dot length. What? Why did it go back there? Strange. Is empty. If it's not empty, then we do that. Perfect. There are like 11,000 banks that belong to the Swift system. And they do like 50 million transactions a day, so it's not as archaic as you think. But any given account transactions have to make sense. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I think we've cleaned up the emote set fetching. There's still some things we have to deal with in there that we haven't gotten to yet, like whose emote sets are they? Whose emotes? Which is fine. Oh, we could look at this one now real quick. But where's this happening? Main? It's in a closure. What are we doing here? Oh, okay. So it's bailing there. Yeah, what are we doing with that anyways? Is anybody even using app config data? What is app config? Channel, which channel we're connecting to? We don't even do that. Okay, that's going away. Bye-bye. Oh, just delete, please. Okay. No event for that. Let's do a little string search, make sure that JavaScript isn't looking for that. Nope. Okay, we're good. I think Visual Studio and NeoVim are out of sync. Do that again. AYC and AML? Huh, in both directions. I have no idea what those are. Current events. 3 days lets them detect if someone tried to route a transaction for Russian oligarchs around the sanction. Oh, interesting. I see. Okay. Now we can get rid of that. We can get rid of the read. I have to just comment that one out though. Do we even need to do this? Not anymore? We were doing this in 2 places? That's fascinating. Yeah, a little mystery music going on here. That's oddly appropriate. All right. Know your customer and anti-money laundering. Oh, I see. Huh. Oh, interesting. And what's going on here? So when that is, then we just manage app config state, which we don't need anymore. Okay. Did not mean to do that. Okay. I think we're good. Logging in. Test. Okay. Test 2. Now this should have... Oh no, up above. Before we got all of these, we would have seen the emote set list. Okay. So we did load them, but now in each message we do not. Perfect. That, and we fixed that other crash that was happening on boot up. Nice. So I wonder if it's going to be more consistent. We had some weird bug where if I just kind of, I don't know, I suspect that if I hovered over it, it would cause some sort of error when it was booting. But it could have been like a timing issue with that exception that was being thrown. Okay. Oh, nice. So I've got that. If we go back to Twitch, right, where were we? We were in here, trying to create our little message, right? We've got this poorly stamped out, right? It works well enough. We see our message, right? But we don't see our emoticons and stuff. At least this is working. We get the message. We dispatch the message. It renders. Cool. But now we need some other information so that we can craft the rest of this. And most of that comes from where? Can we just grab it off of these updates? User state? That wouldn't be that bad. Just grab this and then replace tags or something. Emote sets doesn't make sense there though. But the badge info, the broadcaster, the color, right? Display name, all of that does make sense. We also need to calculate the emotes. So we need that list of emotes. Either that or we let the front end do it. Like what happens currently? Because I think we're dispatching that information to the front end, but it's not parsed out, is it? Oh, it might be. It might be. So let's say I use like a here. It gets parsed. And if we did a Twitch one, okay. It didn't load it right, but it recognized it. I forget the other ones. Like it's starting to recognize them. But I think it's, let's see, what's going on there? Why the broken image at least? So here we have a picture. Oh, look at that. The yeah, it's just putting the ID in the URL string. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Huh. I wonder if we can make that work though. Wait, why is the URL like that? Like we send that URL to the front end. We're passing the wrong information. Building that out wrong. Oh, where is that? That's in main, of course. Like everything's in main. Handle Twitch emote set. So we grab that, we get the vectors, emote sets. Right, then we dispatch emoticons loaded after we have converted them. Where was that? That was in emotes. At the very bottom, I think. Here. Iterator. Yep, okay, here. This, the name. Shouldn't be the name. That should be the ID. That should be the ID. Okay, now name isn't used. Which is okay because it's used one level up. On the code you're working on at the moment, you're trying to put nothing in main. You have not succeeded. Let's try that. Let's see if that works a little better. Good kappa. Oh, both broken. Expect element. 25. That looks kinda okay. Copy link. I just want the. Oh, that's 3.3x is wrong. That should be 3.0. So if we say 3.0, it shows up. Okay. Why? So the scale, emoticon size here. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we don't want that. We need to implement display ourselves for these. And in this case, I think we should just have a function on it and pull, because this one's shared between external emoticons and Twitch emoticons. Oh, function. Twitch size. Twitch, I don't know, scale size, something. Match self. Going in for Okay, here we go. They'll all be like a .0, right? Add a comment at the end. It says 1, 2, 3, and 4 doesn't really exist, but we'll just pretend. And then down here, size is s dot twitch size. Okay. Let's test. Okay. Oh, look at that. Huh. We're just letting the other emoticon parser handle it. Okay, so we need to limit that. Because right now, like, let's say I had, like, anybody could do, like, Mr. LG Clippy right now. Like, this one. Right? Hey, can somebody verify that? Just, it's MRHALZ with a capital Y at the end. I want to see if it, well, somebody that's not like subscribed. Let's see. Oh, Capitan. I could use Capitan. It should show up differently in these two clients. Yeah, because in one, right, it doesn't show, but in the other it does because of how I'm doing this. Trying to trick you into subscribing. Yeah, that's the plan. My retirement plan's coming to fruition. Yes. One of my daughters is like that. She's like, so we need to limit these. Got it. We need to limit the parser and where those can be used. I see. So where would we do that? Like here, when we dispatch these emoticons loaded are for a channel and a user. Exactly, right? Like, we need more of that. Fix me. Only a certain. Only. Something like that. And Mizardex, yes, it does, unless you're the one sending the message. So in my case, here, let's, oh, yeah, I just broke everything. But in my case, when I send a message to Twitch, they don't echo it back. They don't include all that metadata. So I have to craft all of the metadata myself or rely on a different part of my system to just do the conversion for me. And right now, I'm just tossing all of these Twitch emotes into this kind of second place. This place where external emoticons, like from 7TV, are being managed. So I think we might migrate entirely to using the external emoticon system instead of using the metadata. Just to simplify it, right? Why have two systems when you only need one? So we already have the parsing and everything set up for that. But that I think is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow or Monday. So, but I need to run. Well, welcome, and I'm glad y'all hung out with me. It's been fun. Making little bits of progress every day. Sometimes you get a little sidetracked, and that's quite all right. Let's see where. Twitch. Bust. Who should we raid today? Evil Eugene. We were just talking about Evil Laughter. No mic, well, no chatters. Oh, I think it's in Russian. Or I don't know what language that is. How about this one? Your third raid of the day? Ooh, this... C'est en français. This one is a French stream. Oh yes, it does say French right there. Oh yep, I missed it. Let's close that. I don't know who we should raid. All right, we're... All right, we're gonna raid Prime. Oh, till next time, y'all. Bye-bye.